Thank you for registering for the Kintsugi Mentors Workshop. I'm Ian Westmoreland, the founder of Kintsugi Heroes and Mentoring Men. Kintsugi Mentors has been an 11-year journey that started in May 2014 when I left my job as a corporate IT manager to become a volunteer mentor. I initially started with the Raise Foundation, mentoring kids in Sydney high schools, and then in addition signed up to Kids Hope, another program that mentored kids in primary schools, and then signed up to a third program called Coach, which supported the family environment. In 2018, when I was struggling myself, I looked around for an organisation that supported men. Couldn't find one, so I established Mentoring Men. During the past 11 years, it became increasingly clear there was an urgent and critical need for a mentoring program that was available to all adults globally, that would play a key part in developing communities of care, and that it was free. And so Kintsugi Mentors was established. I think it's important to differentiate between what I call business mentoring and life mentoring. Most people see mentoring as being where someone with acquired skills, knowledge and experience guides, directs and advises someone else, and I call that business mentoring. Life mentoring, which is what we promote at Kintsugi Mentors, is predominantly listening and supporting and encouraging. Business mentoring can be seen as a hierarchical relationship, and it can create a dependency, whereas life mentoring is all about building a trusting relationship that encourages vulnerability. My experience as a life mentor has been the most educational, fulfilling period of my life, and I hope you have a similar experience. I guess my own experience is by taking this step out and to be honest, lacking the confidence sometimes. I've seen the fruit of what's happened as a result of that. People have gone from suicide ideation to actually significantly contributing back in their own ways back into the community. But I'd like to turn that question back to you, because I've got tremendous respect for your ability and your experience in this space. I could talk a lot about to give people an insight into the John Millam I know. But how would you respond to your question?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, like the idea. So my belief is that the answer to most of our problems, at least at a basic level, right? Because the community is an incredibly capable, resourceful, and resilient place, right? People go through stuff all the time, and they do it, believe it or not, without anyone prescribing them something or sitting with them or whatever, right? Our family units and our community units are often set up to support each other, and that's based on how through history we've managed to get by. Of course, the phenomenon of having psychiatrists and psychologists and so on, that's quite modern, right? That's a technology development. So once upon a time, it was the village, the fire, where wisdom was handed out, and the village elder who dictated, passed on the lessons that were essential to his community, and of course the wise women of the village who cared for so many people going through tough times together. So I love your thoughts around the village, and to re-villagize, right? I'm not sure that's a word, but to bring back the village in our communities. What we do want to do is capture the essence of what worked on a human level. So we are social beings. We are designed to connect, and we are designed to serve each other. Sell raffle tickets at a local pub, and you'll get that feeling. Right. What we want to do is to make sure that those people out there who are already interested and able to help get the resource and the confidence they have to do what they need to do or are already doing in the community, right? Because we all know the people we turn to in trouble, right? It's the local, it's the local news agent, or it's someone who's a counsellor, or someone at the school, or the scoutmaster. These people are already visible. what we want to do is give them acknowledgement and confidence to perform what they do, and to help the others in the community who aspire or grow into that space, help them get the micro skills they need to do this kind of outreach on a community outreach, community care, to do that in a way that they can feel really, really comfortable about how they do it and confident in what they're doing, and that they can step into that knowing that they're supported and they have extra resources. And of course, that they can then go back to someone if there's a need to pass on or refer, because this is the beginning of community care. And the idea is then to walk people into other resources like local community organisations, to local health options like GP and above. So, to help them understand that what they're going through is both normal and can be helped.
So I just want to support that as well. I don't know the actual stats, but the survey was done, and the vast majority of people said that they were there to support the people around them if they were asked.
Yeah.
And the minority of people said they would reach out for support from these people around them if they were going to experience an issue. And what the Kintsugi Mentors workshop will do was encourage the people who said they would be happy to support people to proactively go out.
Yeah.
Maybe ask that question. I like to ask, not are you okay?
Yeah.
But like, how are you going out of 10 or whatever?
Well, what do you need? Right?
What do you need?
Yeah.
Is it rather than like, I've had a lot of support with my current situation. If there's anything I can do, let me know. But it's in some ways it would be a better question could be, how can I help you? Or something like that.
Or would this be useful to you? Right?
Yeah.
Right. So when you are paying enough attention, like as you said, when you care enough for those around you, you see that the person's in pain, and then compassion drives you to do something about it. Right. And a compassionate community is one that is caring for each other. No one gets left, which is really the idea of, let's tell a story, respond to a story. No one gets left without having someone willing to listen to their story, whether that's a story of, can you help me? Or whether that's a story of, I'm here to help you.
Yeah. And it's what I've seen time and time again. When someone can speak what they're feeling and know they're being heard, it's incredibly therapeutic for the person sharing the story.
That's it.
And often the situation, I guess the action needed in their situation becomes clearer to them once they've been heard. That's the thing that's missing. These people are experiencing challenges, and they're not aware of anyone actually wanting or actively listening to them.
Yeah.
And that's one of the great skills that comes out through the workshop. So many parts of this workshop that I love, and I know I'd love to contribute to that, but you're the expert in this space. You've been running these workshops now, across mentoring workshops, for 7 or more years. So you've got a lot of expertise in this.
Well, the interesting thing on this one is, of course, this isn't magic and new, right? We're encouraging skills that the experts have been encouraging across the communities for decades, right? So, and the basis of it is if you can be able to to identify somebody who's doing it tough, to build a level of rapport and trust in the relationship that they feel comfortable sharing, right? And then just be present with either practical care, lived experience, wisdom, or so often this is just being with someone is enough to help them through a tough patch, because so many individuals have their own capacity to get over these obstacles themselves. when they feel supported, when they feel recognized, when they feel like it's just a part of life, that they're not broken or disabled in some way, right? Because the idea is life is life, and who you are and however that looks is usually enough. We've already survived every bad day we've ever had. So, often you've got all that you want, regardless of what's going on for you. You're present, you're capable, you're powerful. And we are designed to sit and connect with others who confirm and support that idea. I'm not going to tell anyone how to win at life. Unlike, many people online, you can get that message if you want it. But what I'm going to do is sit there and show that they have everything they need to get everything they want, which is usually just feeling good about life and connecting with the people and the places they love.
Beautifully said, John. And I'm so passionately looking forward. I'll be at the first few workshops because I love the impact. Thank you.
Yeah, well, beautiful. So I just thought I might take a minute just to describe, the vision that you've shared in terms of more detail, right? So the idea is it's an online workshop, right? So people can join us from wherever. Over time, right, as we develop this, the idea will be to identify people and places where there is, this kind of energy happening.
Love that, John. And one of the aspects we've talked about is this ongoing proactive and also reactive support. So the mentors who come through the program will be encouraged them to join one of the peer support groups, which have both seen how well that works. And just to give guidance or support along the way. So the ones people who complete the workshop will then get this.
Well, founder and glorious leader, it's been awesome to listen to your ideas and your it's very exciting to see your vision for this opportunity, and we're going to get out there, and like everything you begin, it's like maybe have a few ups and downs, and it may start slowly, but it ends up becoming a torrent of change. And so I'm looking forward to seeing where we flow next.
Thanks, John. So am I. I believe I've got a huge vision for this. Thousands and thousands of workshop facilitators.
Wow.
Running these free workshops to tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and even million people around the world. This is This is the start of a global initiative that's going to have a huge impact.
Can't argue with that vision. I'll just sit here and ride your passion for the vision. Thank you very much